in the studios of DBS Radio. We expect Duncan Stu to join us in a little while, but the gallery, let me say good morning to the gallery. The gallery, good morning to you. Yet another moment on Calypso Moments here on DBS Radio. Yes, I was trying to. Yeah, the gallery, you there?
Very clearly.
Yeah.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yes, I'm hearing you clearly, loud and clear.
Okay, well, again, good morning to you and good morning to our many listeners. Moments. Indeed, it's on the program this morning to talk about. I want to shout out special greetings to Mato, my wife, and Yvette, and to our many listeners who have continued to give us these lovely words of encouragement.
Yes, indeed. And I was just told that my good friend who escaped the cold in New York, Dennis Etienne, is listening somewhere in Dominica. Really good morning to you. And of course, it's so happy to have you with us here in Dominica. And yes, it's another day, the girls, for Calypso Moments. And of course, just before we delve deep into it, congratulations to Kavem Hodge, who has become the first Dominican test player to score 2 test centuries. Oh, we are so proud of Kavem Hodge. And of course, we saw how Alec got out this morning. Somehow, some ways, Alec always finds some way to get out. At 45, he was batting very well. But Kavem withered the storm, and Kavem is 109 not out. I'm hoping that Roach might be able to bat, and of course, we know that Hope is not well. So let's hope that there will be hope for Hope. So later down, he will be able to join Kavem and see us through. We are down by 194 runs, and again, congratulations to Kavem. I saw his dad this morning in the market, the girls. And the man is jubilant. He's excited. So again, congratulations to him, the girls.
Yeah, I must extend congratulations to Kavem and to his father, because, John Baptiste, his father, I must say, is his biggest supporter. And for Doctor, especially, well, I can speak for myself, I was a bit disappointed when Kavem was not selected earlier for that tour. And many reasons will give it. I took comfort in the fact that at the time, Sammy said that the door is not yet closed. And I'm happy that Kavem came back with a bang. That is how it is done, with great tenacity. He has a temperament to bat long innings. Cricket, especially Test cricket, Kalai, one has to change one's mindset. It's not 10 or 20. Or 50 over a side encounter. It's one where application is needed. So I must say that I'm very happy. I'm elated. Well, I did not get to see Kavem's innings, but now and then I followed this cause. I got updates. And interestingly and very forwarding is that they have avoided the one, because I saw a score 5-7 odd. I said, wow, what's happening? But it appears that this is a batting check, and any man could score runs on that. And we know Kavem is not visually impaired, so I expect him to continue and to go from strength to strength. In cricket, whenever you're facing a house legs, you have to shut the critics by your performance. Not flash of brilliance here, there, and everywhere. One consistent and very shoulders. Well, I have known of them. For me, he's already on the 15 and on the 30 level for Dominica. And he's one who has a good head on his shoulder. And I can only hope and pray that he will continue to be measured in the sense that do not get carried away. So I'm hoping to catch some of the game this evening and to see Kavem go from strength to strength.
Yes, indeed, the gallery. I want to again join you in really congratulating Kavem. Of course, like you quite rightly said, he has shot the critics, because I'm still very baffled, that, look, Why was he dropped? This is just and you know what? They've put him now to bat at number 3, and he has embraced it. In the second test, he took a duck, but in the second innings, he batted very well. And when they were looking at the highlights in terms of that third test match, he was the one they were looking at because they said he was batting so very well and he was out to a very, very good catch. And so Cavem has decided that, look, I have gotten the opportunity, let me embrace it. And after, in his interview with Ian Bishop, he said just that. He said he do not want to look back, but he has gotten the opportunity and he has cashed up on it. And this is what you have to do. When you get opportunities, silence your critics, put them away, and put them away for good. Cavem, again, we in Dominica, we are very, very elated and we are proud of you. You've become only the first Dominican test player to score 2 test centuries. What a feat. And we're hoping that when the opportunity arises yet again, you will score yet another test century and keep on piling the test centuries for us in Dominica and for West Indies. So,
yes, I just want to exhort our young cricketers. It can be a long and difficult road, but it is not one that we are not over. And I was a bit disappointed, Kalai, for the West Indies 19 team when I realized that senior the son of Ursan Fountain from La Plaine, the Kalinago youngster, I was a bit disappointed that he was not able to find a spot on the top party for that Under 19 World Cup in Zimbabwe. I felt because there was this 7 or so games against Young England, and he played most, or if not all of the games, and he had decent turns. Mm-hmm. So it was kind of shocking to me. When I saw that ad, the first I looked for was the ad where he was featured, but then
that is correct. Yes,
I did not say, wow. So I really want to encourage him to. Yes, he was picked on the reserve, but being on the reserve and being on the party, we're talking about 2 different things altogether. So I am praying and hoping that his support system can be strong and that he will not be daunted by that setback. Yes, it is a setback, and he can only use that as inner motivation for him to continue, because many times when persons get that level of disappointment, they tend to throw in the towel. But then he has to show the mettle and the tenacity to continue to. So I want to encourage him to continue, on his family, his father, his mother, and so on, to give him so that he can continue. It is not the end of the road, because I'm sure that there are many persons who did not play for West Indies at the under 19 level and went to play for the senior team. And we have a good example in Shields, I believe, from Jamaica, O'Shea Shields, the fast bowler.
Yes, indeed. And the girls also, I want to wish our Jesse Badwill. You know, Jesse Badwill fell ill. I think he's in Trinidad and Tobago, and we need to continue to pray for Jesse Badwill, a cricketer, a member of the Dominica Cricket Association. So, persons, please continue to pray for Jesse Badwill, and we just hope and pray that God will grant his family the strength, and will Brother Benoit Badwill, who's out in Trinidad with him. It's some trying times for him, and we wish all the best. Let's continue to pray for our dear friend and cricketer Jesse Badwill. Is also a member of the Dominica Cricket Association. So please keep Jesse Badwill and his family in your prayers.
Yes, well, when I got the news, which is I think 2 weeks ago, 2 Saturdays ago, I was like, but then when I did some investigation, I realized the magnitude of what he was facing. And last week, Friday, Jamie gave me some of the details. And from the time I got that news, I've been keeping Jesse in my prayers, and we know that the Lord is one who works miracles every day. Nothing is impossible for the Lord, and then with the help and strength of his family, we pray that he can be healed quickly and back to his normal self.
Thank you very much. And of course, we are going to take some with some of our very, very good sponsors. When we get back, the girls, we will look at the Calypso elimination last week. We also have some analytical comments from former treasurer of the Dominica Calypso Association, Trendsetter Murphy, who looked back at the elimination. When we come back, we will take Trendsetter and we'll move on from there.
Team, we're going to hit the streets to find out what makes people happy. Can you tell me what makes you happy?
I love funness.
Yes, Rastaman?
Boy, a chow mein no pasta with some sweet corn and peas and carrot.
And you, young lady?
The halal corn beef with some golden corn makes me happy.
And what about you, young man?
I just love soy oil and season.
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me?
Can tuna or mackerel for me?
And here you have it, team. You can find your favorite happy products and more at AC Shillingford and Company Limited and other retailers island-wide. Back to you, team, at ACS. Great food, great price, only with happy.
Looking for flavor that blasts your taste buds? Welcome to Blast Bistro, Dominica's rooftop gem, perched above the Dominica National Lottery office. Sink your teeth into our famous Blast Burger. Savor our wings with signature sauces and sip in style with handcrafted cocktails that are bold and refreshing. Whether it's a night out or a celebration, we've got the view, the food, and the fun. Open daily from 5 p.m. Contact us at 275-4041. Blast Bistro. Good food, good vibes.
It no longer matters where you work or where you live. As long as you are a member of a credit union, you can access and benefit from Corpef Insurance Company suite of products. Loan Protection provides protection to you against the burden of any unpaid loans upon total or permanent disability or an untimely death of the borrowing member. Life Savings. This is a group life insurance which provides benefits to your beneficiary in proportion to the amount of savings you had in the credit union upon death. Ask your credit union about loan protection and life savings insurance from Corpef Insurance Company today. Corpef Insurance. We take away the risk. You are insured. Terms and conditions apply.
Thank you very much. Welcome back to Calypso Moments. Let me say good morning to Brother Willett in the United States of America, who is also in tune, and to all our other fans. I know Erwin, the girls, normally is in tune to us in St. Thomas. Erwin is one who every year, and Brother Paulo and all our many, many other fans who are always in tune to Calypso Moments every year for the past years. Let me say good morning to them and keep listening. And of course to Ken George and the officials of the Dominica National Lottery. Ken George is a lotto, one of the sponsors, and Ken George is always in tune to the program, and also to the staff of AC Shillingford. And we want to say thank you to them, and also to Corpef, the staff of Corpef Insurance Company. Thank you so very much. We have Mr. Naren Murthy, who went to the Calypso elimination, the girls. So let me say good morning to Mr. Naren Murphy, the trendsetter. And he was at the show last week, and he's going to give us his analysis of what would have transpired.
So I say special good morning to the listeners of Calypso Moments right here on the nation station DBS Radio. I can say boldly that Calypso Moment is very integral to the Calypso season, because we really look forward to the candid and objective commentary from you guys, Carly, John Baptist, Mr. De Galleries, Reverend De Galleries, and Attorney at Law, Mr. Duncan Stowe. We say season's greetings as well to the listeners, and we look forward to your continued listenership in 2026. Kalai, well, I attended the elimination last week, Saturday, January the 13th. I did not see Calypsonian number one because the show started bang on time with your hosts, Peter Pross and Marja Jeffer Stedman. I was happy to see Peter Pross MCing after so many years of begging him. Pross, you're not MCing, boy, you'd give me some sad stories, but I guess maybe it had to take a new administration to get Peter Pross to MC. And we look forward to additional MCing performances from Peter Pross, because the role of MC is something I would consider to be a scarce commodity in Dominica. That's an area I believe we should probably look at investing in, getting people up to par in terms of MCing, because an MC can really make or break your show. So the show was carried to have just about 50 Calypsonians per the run sheet. However, in reality, it was just about 32. One of the constructive criticism that I have is I did not really like to see, here, Calypsonian number one not there, 2, 3, 4 not there, then you jump to a number. I think to eliminate all of those gaps by about, let's say, the first day of the intended time for the show, they should have a cutoff point for registration. So, you can compile your list and you can present this out there, because, of course, you want to ensure that you project a proper image that, you know what you're about. But I guess it's elimination, and maybe we can learn a thing or two from there. In terms of the patronage, based on my visual and estimated count, I think the place would have probably have maybe just close to 300 persons, just about that amount, which is not off for the crowd that I have seen for eliminations. It really has not passed, let's say, 400 over the last 2-3 years. So it's a relatively good enough start. I was pleased to see Queen Sandy making her return after so many years with her big song Sue and Helen, where she laments on the bottle cock that Sue is gravitating towards. There was also a number of other good songs. I listened to this song from Reds and others. I'm not really here to put one Calypsonian over another, but it was a relatively good enough start to the season. I cannot say I got a off this world performance, let's say something maybe from the likes of a Tarina Simon or a Tasha P or so, or Denison Dice Joseph when he first came on the scene. But I would say a relatively good start. You will always find for and against in terms of the results. Persons may argue that Mask Eruption should have been there. Based on what I saw, I felt he delivered fair enough to have probably been considered as one of those advancing. I was also concerned with the allowance of the a cappella. I saw one Calypsonian singing a cappella, and I know in the past that is something that was basically banned. So I'm not sure what may have changed this time, if there are new rules, new regulations, and what that means for the season to come. That is the quarterfinals, the semifinals. Will Calypsonians be allowed to do a cappella, break down the band? I believe those were discontinued, but the executive can probably speak to that. I also saw the introduction of the VIP concept for the very first time at the elimination. I looked at it. I saw not many people patronize that component, but again, you must give kudos to the new executive for trying something outside of the box. All in all, I'm happy that the season got out of the way. The next show will be on the 17th of January. And of course, I will be there presenting the song called Lave. So thank you very much again, Kalai, the Gans, and Duncan, if you're in studio, for the opportunity. Calypso and Calypso moments, they go hand in hand. Season greetings, guys.
Thank you very much, brother Trendsetter. technology is a hell of a thing. So that is as much that I will say. And Brother Trendsetter, good morning to you. Yes, the girls?
That's still on the line because I would really like to engage him in some discussion since he's an immediate past treasurer. Maybe he could enlighten us on some of the issues that we discussed last week in terms of the statutes. So I'm not sure if he is still on the line.
Well, did you hear me say technology is a hell of a thing? Just like you, I'm the only one in the studio. He's not on the line.
Okay.
But he's listening. But he probably may want to call because he's listening. So yes.
But I must say again, Trent said a Merry Christmas to you and thank you for your candid and frank analysis of what transpired as your two eyes saw it. And Trent said I mentioned two things that really caught my attention. Apart from the questions I would want to engage him in is he said Peter Pross came back as an MC. And I think that is one aspect of the art form that a lot of focus is not being placed on it. And it only dawned on me that, yes, a good MC can make or break the show, as he rightly said. Now, we need many more persons because he said it himself after begging Peter Pross for a number of years. But it would be good for the Calypso Association to look at that aspect of the whole Calypso product, not only judging and songwriting, but emceeing as well. So I think that is something that can be looked at seriously because you need to develop the complete art form. And the other point that struck me, well, I was not able to attend the show because I was due to travel early morning, so I needed to catch some sleep. So I missed the show as a result from the onset, so I'm not sure what really transpired. But he mentioned that quite a few Calypsonians were absent or did not present themselves as they had previously agreed to, from I think 45-50 to 32. And then I was thinking that registration would have stopped at a particular time. And the feeling I get from him is that Calypsonians can register maybe a few hours before the show or a day before the show. So maybe he himself can clarify that aspect of it, or maybe the president can clarify, or maybe you, John Baptist, if you are aware, maybe you can clarify that aspect in terms of the cut-off point for registration.
But the girls,
and I think it does not go well when you have committed doing something and you do not. It sort of rob the patrons because people come to expect 50 individuals performing and then they only have 32.
Yes, but you see, this has always been a troubling thing over the years because I've been to many eliminations and sometimes you call Carlisle John Baptist, that person name, and the person is never there. So you quite rightly said it, that it robs the patrons of their money's worth. One of the things also that they have been doing is that I think you could register the night self of the competition. That I think they should stop. I think it is time that there has to be a cut-off time. You cannot come in the night and maybe with no rehearsal from the band and come on stage and you know that sort of thing. I think it is time that
because gone are the days when elimination was looked as a comical affair. I think it has grown to something serious because we've seen persons come from elimination and go to the very top. We had Trilogy, so I think it is something that has to be given the attention. I remember when eliminations were held on the Bayfront in the open.
Yes.
And then the time it was free of charge. Now it is a paying. Someone has to pay to enter. So I think the mere fact that one has to pay, it shows a level of seriousness. And I think the Calypsonians themselves, they must be serious. And I think if you have committed to performing and you do not show up, I believe some level of sanctions may be in order, maybe a fine. Well, again, that is for the Calypso Association to do. And I'll be hoping that when they review their new statutes, something of that sort should be should be spelled out very clearly in the statutes.
Well, a member of the former executive just sent me a message saying that under our watch, we would put a cutoff point for registration to allow preparation. I didn't hear that this year. It was the worst. Other years, it's 1-2 gaps. We had a cutoff. I can't speak for the new executive. So that's a member of the former executive who just messaged me saying that over the years, they always had a cutoff. And that is just what we're talking about. So maybe that is something the new executive would want to look at in the future.
Well, but you see, everything we do in life, there should be continuity. So I cannot understand for the life of me why would the new executive want to depart from that norm? Because if previously there was a cutoff point, I believe today that this cutoff point should still exist because we're looking at continuity. It's nothing new. And I think the cutoff point is very much needed because it eliminates a lot of the faux pas and the mishaps, just like what Trendsetter described in his analysis.
And of course, you would have heard that there was, I'm not sure if he started or if he ended, but somehow or the other, some claim he may have forgotten his song. so I'm not sure what transpired. But interestingly, the girls, the president of the Calypso Association came on stage and asked him to return to the stage. Told the judges, well, for Calypso's sake, we are going to give him another opportunity. But De Rose declined that opportunity. So reports are that he may not have started. So that is why the president of the Calypso Association decided, look, I'm going to use my sort of authority to give him another opportunity. And but he declined that. Some people felt that should not have been done. Some felt it was a good gesture. But De Rose declined that second opportunity.
Well, I have not gone to De Rose since, and it will be interesting to hear, even maybe from De Rose or from the president, what really transpired. And on what I'm not saying from the onset, I'm not saying what the president did was wrong or right. I'm not saying that at all. What I mean is on what basis, and maybe if he's hearing us, he could comment, because, it is good that we put these speculations and allegations to rest very early. So the public knows once and for all what actually transpired. That is all in the name of transparency. I was saying it would be interesting to find out on what basis the president called back De Rose on the stage.
Well, the guys,
not for 1 minute am I questioning authority or intentions. I'm just saying what happened. Why did he do what he did? That's all I'm saying. And I think it would be fair for the public to know exactly, because you see, something of that sort may happen tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And then they will say, oh, he was not called back. Why wasn't not he called back? So there we need that level of consistency, transparency, and explanation.
I agree with you, because look, someone is messaging me and says De Rose clearly forgot his song, and that would set a bad precedent. He faux pas, and I'm going to play this for you. So did you hear that? It's clear that he forgot.
No, I didn't hear anything, but it's okay. It's okay.
But when you see the band is playing, De Rose is on stage, and De Rose forgot the song. From what I have with me now, clear. So there's no ambiguity by that one now. He clearly forgot his song.
Okay, so here we may have opened up Pandora's box.
That's correct.
If Trendsetter comes tomorrow and forgets his song, will he be invited to return? That is the question. And my friend, I not want to speculate. I do not know what happened again. Transparency too great for the president In his authority to find out what really happened and on what basis did Deros get an invite to come back to the state.
One
But
eight
as I say, that is what under the bridge.
What under the bridge? 1-800-327-448-3284. You can join us, and especially if you would have seen the elimination or would have gone to the elimination, you can join us and in our discussion and give us your own views, your own thoughts as to how you would have thought that the elimination would have gone. That was last week, Saturday. So the number again, 1-800-327-448-3284. And you can join us, weigh in the discussion. And I know some of you would have gone to the elimination, and you can give us your own views in terms of the selection. Of course, in a little while, I'll give you the full slate and also those who are on reserve. But I probably would want to take, because Mystery also made it through. So we can probably get a little bit of Mystery song that seem to be creating some heat waves. So let's get a little from Mystery.
Song. Someone needs to answer questions they stifle in the art form. Instead, Calypso grow. It's on the low. Workshop after workshop, same faces we see it. The conspiracy seems to be working with no help from politicians, so we turn to the people, and this is what we do. La café me côtoyer, mais c'est yo rivé, pawisé yo Philippe, pawisé, Calypso, pawisé, Calypso, pawisé. Somebody pawisé ni Calypso. And for them to score high, they score it below. Somebody pawisé ni Calypso. Look like from the judge or shit, covered with bullshit. Somebody, but we say the Calypso. Owners play, don't be a shit. Put up your hands and claim your shit. Somebody is not me. Somebody, but we say the Calypso. That's why the Calypso went so. Wondering who's the culprit, determine one day to end it. No one to point fingers, because my love for the art form I'm still holding strong. Giving Calypso one more, so it can grow. Competition after competition, same who's still judging. My carnival spirit they're killing, with no gifts from the FC. Should we join the your family and have one big Calypso group your party? Messieurs, yo rivé, je juge la café me côtoyer. Messieurs, yo rivé, pawisé yo Philippe, pawisé, Calypso,
pawisé. And the girls, and very interesting. She came number one. She came number one with her rank. She was ranked at 10, her ranking, but she topped, so she came number one. Riot came at number 2. Sandy came at number 3. Reds came at number 4. Mighty D came at number 5. Mighty Omi at 6. Liberator at 7. I know her at 8, Calfa P 9, Jammer B 10, Hexy 11, and Jude Dossett came at number 12. And of course, you have the reserves, Mika, Lulu, I think 2 reserves or 3. And if it's 3, then you have Nina and followed by Mask Eruption. So I have the as usual, I always have my placement. So I sent it to you so you could take a close look at it, the girls, because it's very, very interesting.
Yes, well, I'm not surprised, Kalai, that Mystery came in at number 1 because clearly she took 2 games. She took a dope out too. the game, there was no, the Jordans could have win that game at all. Mystery kept her eye on the domino played on the table. So she kept her eyes on the prize. So congratulations to Mystery and to all the persons who made it to the quarterfinals from the elimination. And Kalai, Rez. Interestingly, Red's police officer, more known for his other genres of music, and over the last couple of years, Reds has become a household name when it comes to music in Dominica. So I really want to congratulate him, and also to Dorset Judd, who's making a comeback, I think, after many, many years. I remember it would maybe pre-Maria that Dorset was on the scene, and at the time he appeared to be one for the future. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure what happened. He sort of went into oblivion. But I'm happy that he has made it. Calfa P as well has been on the scene for a little while. So I'm happy, and I extend congratulations to all the persons who will join the other 20 Calypsonians for the quarterfinals on January the 17th.
And the girls, again, too, we already have had 1 week since the elimination. I would have thought also, yes, win the Christmas season, but I would have also thought that, look, the other Calypsonians, those who are going to join on the 17th for the quarterfinals, I think it would be an opportune time for them to release their songs so the general public can get a feel, yes, win the Christmas season, but get a feel of what you have to offer, the topics that you are dealing with. How are you dealing with this topic? Because I mean, with what's her name, Mystery and Sandy, and of course, you said we spoke about the Reds, Mystery and Sandy, they seem to be wanting to give the judges some sort of problems come the Calypso quarterfinals, because their songs are making headways as we speak.
Well, in terms of well, we know that has been a problem where the Calypsonians, they have their songs close to their chest. But I think it's enough time. We have the 17 for the quarterfinals. I think they could, and I sort of, in a sense, I'm happy. Let them give Christmas its time to shine. And come the first week of January to the 17th, there is at least 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So to me, there's ample time for their song to get earplay. So I think it is Christmas now, and we should bask ourselves in the Christmas moment.
We have a call on the line. Caller, good morning and welcome to Calypso Moments.
Good morning. When the event took off, you mentioned that the song Parise, and
yes,
the word Parise came from domino play.
Yeah.
But if I'm not a domino player, please let me know, what does Parise mean? And if there are players who can call to tell us what is Parise, so we understand the language from the world of dominoes. Is that fair enough?
Yes, fair enough.
Okay, no problem.
Thank you very much, Stein, and good morning, and say hello to your wife. The girls, I will let you handle that from your standpoint.
Well, dominoes are played. You have 24 pieces. You have blank. You have up to 66, which they say incidentally is the lightest domino in the pack.
That's a fact.
Now the way it is played, where you match ends, you match like ends. So you would stick a piece of 5 on a piece of 5. You would stick a blank on a piece of blank. And you would do that for all the others. And the game would progress in that manner. However, if you stick a 5 and on a 4, they will repel. They become incompatible. They will not attract each other. So the game in that, when this happens, we say that the game is Pawizi. Now, granted, no one might notice that until sometime later. So, in truth and in fact, if no one is quick enough to spot that, the game continues. And maybe when it is into a climax, and in the game, in going back to see what transpired, someone says, hey, what's that? Here we have a 5 and a 6. That area is not compatible. They do not attract each other. So the game is Pawizi, and you would have some irrelevant discussions concerning who Pawizi the game. But the fact is that the game was Pawizi. But in short, a game is Pawizi when 2 wrong ends are joined together. So I think that is the best way I can explain it. When 2 wrong ends are joined together, if you join a piece of 5 and a piece of 4, then the game Pawizi. They are not compatible. They do not match.
Well, you gave that nice explanation at the beginning as a teacher. So you're a real teacher. So I am pretty sure that Stein would be happy with that, and also our other listeners. And because you and also the girls, she is putting it in the Calypso context, where we had all the issues in the Calypso Association and the Calypso Executive, and that is what she has done. You know, that is what you call the mastery.
To put it simply, Kalai, when you pause the game, you have messed up the game.
Right. Correct.
When you pause the game, you have messed up the game.
So she's saying that.
So if the judges.
Go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
So she's saying that there was some powers in the Calypso Association. So that is why, you know, the judges need to understand that, and they seem to have conceptualized it very well, understood it very well. Hence, she placing at number 1.
Well, I would want to believe that her number 1 placing was based on her performance.
Mm-hmm. But you see,
then the judge keeping their eyes on her performance, because you see, when you play Domino's Kalai, if you do not watch the board, watch what is being played, it is very easy to power the game on you.
Very easy.
It's very easy.
We know that.
So you have to be focused.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess in that case now, the judges were focused. So therefore, there was no Pawizi in the game. And as a result, she was able to get a dope out 2. Now, there's no way that you can get a dope out 2 if the game is Pawizi and it has been revealed, you know, before you took your 2 games.
That is correct.
So I think what may have happened in the past is that they were not judges, based on what she's saying, they will not focus on her performance. They will not keep their eyes on what was happening. As a result, they put a 5 on a 4 and Pawizi'd it. And because the game was Pawizi'd, she did not get a play to advance.
That is so true, so true. You're listening to Calypso Moments right here on the nation station, the DBS Radio. And don't forget, you can join us 1-800-327-448-3284. We will take a short break for some advertisement. We'll be right back.
I wake up in the morning. From the Milky Way, a timeless treasure has found its way on every breakfast staple in Dominica. A delightful promise is being kept. And now everybody is drinking Promex. Promex full cream instant milk. Morning by morning, give your family a refreshing start to a productive day. Promex milk. It's pleasingly, teasingly, surprisingly delicious. Blends well with your choice teas, cereals, coffee, or all your family-friendly recipes. Promex. Good nutrition all day long. Promex milk. Every mother's favorite milk. Taste the moments that take your breath away. Promex. Available from AC Shillingford and retailers island-wide. AC Shillingford, where you spend less and get more.
Blast Gaming presents its biggest jackpot ever. Mystery progressive, I'm so excited. I can't hide it. In your blast jackpot rising, and I like it. It going up and up and up and up and up, blast up and up and up and up and up and up.
Play selected games to win in the Blast Mystery Progressive. Pick until you match 3 gems and win one of the 5 cash jackpots. Or you can blast up with the Mystery Progressive jackpot.
It going up and up and up and up and up, blast up and up and up, blast gaming.
It no longer matters where you work or where you live. As long as you are a member of a credit union, you can access and benefit from COPEF Insurance Company suite of products. Loan Protection provides protection to you against the burden of any unpaid loans upon total or permanent disability or an untimely death of the borrowing member. Life Savings. This is a group life insurance which provides benefits to your beneficiary in proportion to the amount of savings you had in the credit union upon death. Ask your credit union about loan protection and life savings insurance from COPEF Insurance Company today. COPEF Insurance. We take away the risk. You are insured. Terms and conditions apply.
Yes, thank you very much. Welcome back. I was just listening to a very, very interesting comment from Gordon in France. Gordon, thank you so very much. Gordon is in tune, and Gordon was explaining also where the word pawisé comes from, and the girls. Gordon is also saying that you gave the perfect explanation, especially for someone who has not played domino or who does not know how to play domino. So Gordon is saying that your explanation was very, very good and eloquently put together. And he also was saying how the word pawisé comes from. But I was trying to get it so we would play it. So probably in a little while I will try to extract it so our listeners can get a listen as to what Gordon was saying, because he messaged me on Messenger, so it's kind of difficult to get it out, but I probably will do in a short while. So yes, the girls, as Gordon was saying, the explanation that you gave was very, very good. I think we have a next call on the line, but we will get that call in a little while. Caller, just hold on to the line. Shortly, I'll get to you. Yes, the girls. I was making the point that what Gordon spoke about, and he gave an explanation, and he said that the points that you put together, the way you explained the pawisé was very, very good, well put together. You there with me, the girls? My friend. Yes, I was saying that. I'm not sure if you were with me.
I heard what you said. Yes, I tried to explain it in the best way possible. So I'm happy that he was able to understand clearly, and other persons who had no idea would have at least get an idea of what it is to pawisé a domino game.
Yes, again you can.
But it would be very interesting, Carla.
Yes,
very interesting to maybe when you play that clipping to find out where and how the term pawisé came about.
That is what he was explaining. But we have a caller. Let's take that caller. Could very well be Gordon. Caller, welcome to Calypso Moments. Good morning.
Good morning, Kala. Good morning. Calling from New York. I think, Kala, you have a kind of misunderstanding of the pawisé thing. It's not pawisé in the Calypso Association. So it's pawisé in the judgment of the Calypso. That's my understanding of what I'm hearing from the lyrics.
Okay.
I hope I'm correct. Maybe somebody else can correct me. The gentleman who is there with you. Good program. I appreciate it. Thank you, calling from New York. Take care.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, the girls?
Yes, I was saying, and during the break, I was saying, but pawisé, French, Creole, whatever it is, is there an English term for pawisé?
We have a caller. Let's see if we can get it from the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to Calypso Moments.
Yeah, good morning. I'm listening to the program. Very, very good. Now, based on the English language, we have different figures of speech in the English language. Metaphors, hyperbole, similes, pun, Okay, so the explanation of the Parisian song. Did Misty wrote the song herself or someone else? And if that's the case, why don't you get the exact explanation from the writer of the song? Because what you're giving us is second-hand information, what you think, what you feel, and all of that. So is it possible to get the actual explanation of the poetry of the song from the writer of the song? I mean, it will be a little more clear or clearer for the audience to understand. I know you mask things in the Calypso competition, but get the information from the writer so that he can understand what really he or she is talking about. I'm listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Well, we'll attempt to do that. I'm not even sure if
But you see, Kalai, from if I may, from what I understand is that as a previous caller, it has to do power with the judges.
Mm-hmm.
They power the game. They messing up Miss advancing.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do not quite agree with the last that we should get Mystery to explain. In so as to deduce based on the climate, based on how it is said, based on what is said, one has to derive his or her own meaning within context of what the writer or the performer or the Calypsonian is saying. So I don't know if the onus is on Mystery to come and explain her song to the public.
I agree with you on that.
That is just my personal opinion. The listeners be able to deduce from it what she's saying.
I totally agree with you on that because, I mean, of course, and the song is properly understood if you listen to the song in its full context. But let's not dwell on that. I probably will want to also take the song of Sandy. I think we have Sandy there, so let's listen to hear what Sandy have to say in her song, Sandy. Yeah, I think we have a caller. We have a call on the line, caller, or we lost that caller.
Say what you want, do what you want. That is the cost I want. That is the cost
course, that Sunday, that is the cock I want. And she says, no nasty business. It's serious business. So Sandy, again, I think she came at number 2, the girls, from what I've seen so far. So Sandy, again, she's a veteran in the art form. She's been there for a little while, and at one point in time, a few years ago, I felt she was unjustly denied the Calypso Monarch in Dominica. So we have Sandy in 2025.
Well, so maybe that's a typical case of game was poisoned. Because I remember that very clearly. Many felt she had done enough to walk away with the money at the Pottersville Savannah. But as you said, Kalai, Sandy's a veteran. I remember Sandy in the likes of Jali, Lady Edna, and all these people. And there was a competition in itself for only women. And I think that is, and we spoke about that last week when Carissa was on the show, the president, and I think that is something that they might want to give serious consideration to. Try to find a way to maybe work it out. Yes, maybe the women can compete amongst the men, but then or maybe what can be done. Well, I mean, it is something that can be discussed and looked at, because you have quite a number of persons, women, as a matter of fact, in the Calypso arena. So maybe give them their own show in addition to they qualifying for the grand stage.
You think that is necessary?
It happened in the past, It happened in the past. It happened in the past when you had Lady Bako, you had Edna from La Plaine, you had Jali,
Leandra.
And these are some of the names that come to mind. They had their own competition. So I don't believe much is preventing that. I'm not sure if it is at the time, I'm not sure who organized that competition. I'm not sure whether it was the Calypso Association or even if that is something that they want to venture into. I'm not sure. But it is something that they can give some consideration maybe for the next 2 or 3 years or so.
Because that is...
But because over the last years, we've seen the emergence of quite a number of young ladies, and they have been very impactful on the Calypso stage.
Yes, that's very true. And but again, the Calypso Association or whoever it is may say that scarce resources, given the scarce resources, they do not think. And you see, if you delve into that, you have to find in the tight schedule of things, you will have to find some way to schedule them. And I think also it's going to put extra pressure on those who would have qualified for the Calypso Monarch in Dominica. It's going to put some extra pressure on them. Because, so, can you now, are you saying to me that you can compete with that song and use that very song for the Calypso Monarch? That is another school of thought.
Well, yeah, but that is what they would have to decide, the powers that be, and that is why everybody must come to the table. You bring everybody to sit around the table and discuss. I mean, I'm sure a wide range of views and opinions will be brought forward, and at the end of the day, is to look at is feasible. And I think it has to be planned properly. Maybe it is not something that can be done next year or in 27, but moving forward, again, it is something that, because it was done in the past, Kalai, we must never forget that. Why is it that it was done in the past and now we want to make it seem impossible? Why is that?
Okay, well,
yes, resources may be scarce. There's no getting away from it. But if it is planned well, I'm sure that some resources can be allocated to that. Maybe the business places, maybe that is where they would want to put their money. I'm not sure, I'm just saying.
Well, you just read it up because I just got a message there from someone who says that Janet Jackson was the last three-peat winner. The last one was organized by Alex Bruno. So again, well, the business places. So Alex Bruno was the one who organized the last Calypso women or female Calypso competition in Dominica. So again, it's probably one for them to look at. Again, like you said, the business places. Well, will the business places want to find themselves involved in that? I don't know. We just ran it out. It's something maybe worthwhile looking at the girls. I don't know.
Yeah, but you see, just like around the festival, you have the what they call the fringe events. Different activities are happening in circle. So, and events are organized by persons outside of DFC. So, a similar model can be adopted.
But you think there's enough women? One person is saying not enough women, I suppose. One person is just messaging.
No, but Kalai, that is not a strong argument. How many women do you have for the Queen show? Miss Dominica, 5, 6.
Yeah.
And they still have the show. There are days or years they had 8, 9 participants. Have you forgotten?
Well, yes.
We're down to 5 and we still have the show. So if you start with 5, you will go one wrong, whatever it is, and then gradually it will grow. There are how many men took part in the eliminations, Kalai? How many women have qualified for the quarterfinals? Add that together. It's maybe almost 10.
Mm-hmm. Well,
now with that show, remember you are not going through the processes, in terms of elimination.
Okay.
Quarter, semis is one big jamboree, one final you have in. So all those who have registered will be in the finals. So I think that is something I would want to. I will put together a team, a business team.
A business team. Maybe we can make a
organized show.
We can probably approach our good friend Gerald George, who is listening. George, good morning to you. I know he's listening, so probably something that his company may want to venture into, although already they are sponsoring the Calypso competition in Dominica. So maybe it's a venture that they may want to look at. It's probably a worthwhile venture. So it's something to look at. 5 minutes after 9 o'clock, we have another 25 minutes. This is Calypso Moments here in Dominica, and we want to continue to tell you that we're always happy to have you on board with us. Our telephone numbers are 1-800-327 and 448-3284. We're going to take a break for commercial sake, and we will be right back after this.
Picture this: turquoise waters, golden sunsets, and you on an all-inclusive Caribbean cruise for 2. This Christmas, Daily 3 could make that dream come true. Spend $10 or more on Daily 3 tickets, multi-X or not, and you'll automatically receive a promotional voucher. Win cash prizes up to $2,000, a $1,000 grocery voucher, or the ultimate holiday escape, a Caribbean cruise for 2. Play Daily 3 today and sail into the holiday of a lifetime. Your cruise awaits. Promotion begins Monday 8th December 2025 and ends Friday 16th January 2026. Dominica National Lottery. Everything is possible. Must be 18 or older to participate.
It no longer matters where you work or where you live. As long as you are a member of a credit union, you can access and benefit from COPEF Insurance Company suite of products. Loan Protection provides protection to you against the burden of any unpaid loans upon total or permanent disability or an untimely death of the borrowing member. Life Savings. This is a group life insurance which provides benefits to your beneficiary in proportion to the amount of savings you had in the credit union upon death. Ask your credit union about loan protection and life savings insurance from COPEF Insurance Company today. COPEF Insurance. We take away the risk. You are insured. Terms and conditions apply.
Dominicans, enjoy your property, protect your property. You homeowner and businessman, protect your property, enjoy your property. Can't wait
For the hurricane can't wait. Till you flood again can't wait. Till your roof fly out and all your business coming out. Remember, no insurance company will insure your property when a storm is approaching. Get ahead of the hurricane season and insure with a company who gives you the assurance of payment for your valid claim. Come speak with us today at the New India Assurance Company Limited, upstairs AC Shillingford and Company Limited, 24 King George 5th Street, Roseau. Bring along an up-to-date valuation from a qualified engineer and get insured today.
Hey, all right. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Always try to do your best. Live and strive for happiness. Mind your business. Mind your business. If you want progress in life and the time is on your side, mind your business. Mind your business. My friend, anywhere you go, that is one thing you must do. Mind your business. Mind your business. Whoa, lovely. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Go to hell or gossipers, false witness and sorcerers. Some of them are bloodsuckers, some of them are exploiters, acting arbitrarily just because of jealousy. Don't take on every problem and try to solve it for them. Mind your business. Mind your business. If you want progress in life and the time is on your side, mind your business. Mind your business. My friend, anywhere you go, that is one thing you must know. Mind your business. Mind your business. Match, let me play, let me play, let me play. We fetting from Juve. Match, let me play, let me play, let me play. Let me join the lab way. Match, let me play, let me play, let me play. Match until Ash Wednesday. Match, let me play, let me play, let me play. We bound to break our way. Your business, mind your business, mind your business, mind your business.
That's Liberator, the girls with Mind Your Business. Something a little infectious there with the rhythm and the nice melody.
Yeah, I was in the new genre of the I have not this one in its entirety, but then it from the two lines I heard it appears to be something, but I'm not sure how far it will go, because based on what you said, I think he cannot number 10 thereabouts.
Yes.
So I believe that his piece last year, or maybe even this year, was a bit stronger, and then the previous year in 24 when he went to the finals,
he came at number 7, the girls.
Number 7, okay.
Yes.
Number 7. So the combination is going to be tight in the quarterfinals. So I think he certainly will have to up his game, because you have all the big guns, the big gun, I would say, coming in the quarterfinals, including the record champion Dice.
Yes,
so I think
yes.
He has to put his best feet forward. Not one foot, but both of them must be forward.
Well, Dice is a performer, the girls, and Dice is a
I was talking about Liberator.
Oh, Liberator. You're talking about Liberator.
Yeah, I'm saying Liberator to compete with the likes of Dice.
Yes.
And so on. But talking of Dice Kalai, I know they have a few reserves. So I'm not sure. From the grapevine, are you hearing that there are persons who have qualified for the quarterfinals and will not be around for that?
Sometimes that happens, but we have a call on the line. Caller, good morning. Welcome to Calypso Moments.
Good morning to you, Kalai, and good morning to your listeners.
Yes, good morning.
I just want to say I like the process of what you. Well, I should know the process.
I can hardly hear you, though, caller. Can you speak up a little louder?
I was saying to you that I like what you're doing this morning in terms of the Calypso that who played or sang at the eliminations.
Yes.
I must say though, listening to Sandy, yes, she's a veteran. Yes, she has good value to the show. But if you listen to the introduction of the song, it leaves me, because I like to follow storylines, it leaves me to understand that two children were going to do some
school projects.
Some school project, that's correct. School project. No, the song did not tell me whether the school project was going to be about cock. No, cock could mean many things. You know what I'm saying? It could be about a top. It could be, and in the story, you never get anything that speaks about the project. And I want to say to the writer of Sandy that there's still some time to work on that song. It's a very good song, good for processing it. But you have to carry the storyline with the song. And I think the introduction is what helps people. While we talk about the film is cork. But if the film is cork, I would like to get the relation between that of the cork and that of the project, because it has never spoken about the school project in the song. That is one. Two, Liberator. I think I've heard better of Liberator. He has a very good refrain, mind your business. But when again listen to the narrative of the song to tell me why I should mind my business, it is not saying to me why I should mind my business or how I should mind my business. I think a lot of work has to be done on this one, not just some work. A lot of work has to be done on that one, because it could be something that he put on the drawing board and just wanted to come to the elimination with. But he has the opportunity, because he's a good writer, to tell us some of the things that we need to do, why we need to do it, and so to allow us to mind our business. Talk about issues that are wrong, and you have to tell people mind their business. And you cannot just sing mind my business with a good refrain and expect to go verifying it. I might be proven wrong from the judge's pen, but I'm saying that an individual who has a good understanding of the Calypso, I think a lot of work has to be done on this one. I just have to give my opinion on that. Kalai, and I think that yourself and the guys are doing a very good job. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. The guys, yes, the caller mentioned the song of Liberator.
Yes. Well, I said my piece concerning Liberator, and then we seem to be in from the same hymn sheet as it relates to Liberator. However, I want to offer a slightly different view in terms of Sandy. Yes, they were doing a school project, but the bone of contention for that project was the material to be used.
Hold that thought until I want us to take a caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to Calypso Moment. Oh, we lost that caller. Yes, the girls. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I was saying bone of contention is the quality and the kind of material to use. And that was the cork. And they seem to not be able to determine what kind of cork they ought to use. So I do not believe that the song necessarily had to continue with the project. That is my view. I share a different view. They got stuck on what to use, what kind of cork,
what type of cork
to use.
Yes. Also,
yes, and that is where it went.
Also, I want to agree with the caller as it relates to Liberator. I have heard Liberator with much better materials than that, and to me, and that's my own personal opinion. To me, that song is almost like the schoolboys singing.
You mean the Junior Monarch?
Yes, that to me, the refrain, like it's a nice little refrain. So you give that to a junior Calypso Monarch, so he can sing that and whatever. But and you quite rightly said that, given the fact that the big guns are going to be coming from the Calypso quarterfinals. I mean, if you go with that, you might very well be sent back to elimination. So, no pun meant, but it's just the reality of the situation, the girls.
Well, I mean, I agree with you, because I reference when he placed, I think, number 4, or he did very well in 2024. And even this year, although he did not make it past the quarters, I felt,
and we felt he should have made it past the quarters.
He should have made it. He should have made it. So it clearly shows a clear contrast in the quality of the material that he would have presented last year, earlier this year, and now at the elimination. But we can only wish the Calypsonians best of luck. And from now to the 17th, you have a good 27 days, which is a month. So I think that there's enough time to go back to the drawing board and change a few pieces.
You also ask me, as it relates to if I would have heard of any of the big guns, anybody that would be dropping out. I have not heard anything thus far yet. But you know, most times this happens. There are some people who decide, well, I'm going to take a break. So I don't know yet, but they have some persons on reserve. I guess a little closer to the time, because what normally happens is that those who are on reserve, they allow them to practice with the band, just in case.
And we believe the correct thing to do. Now, earlier on, we labored the point that Calypsonians should give their firm commitment in terms of the elimination, whether they are going to sing or not. I believe that. I'm not sure. Maybe it happens. I'm not sure. Maybe our good friend Trendsetter can clarify for us, and even the current president can clarify for us that the persons who would have given their intention not to participate in the quarterfinals, I think there should be a cut-off date where they should so indicate to the DCA, because those persons who are on the reserves, the person who is next in must be prepared mentally as well. So I think a cut-off point, if it is not in place, should be put in place.
I was going to bring that point up, and I'm glad that you brought that up, because I remember some time ago there was a big hoopla and as to if that person was singing, you were hearing, hey, that person is not singing, hey, that person is singing, and then everybody was left in the dark. And at the very almost like the 9th hour, we heard some of the changes. But we have an next call on the line. Caller, good morning to you. Welcome to Calypso Moments. Hi, caller, are you listening to me?
Yeah, just a thought. My last call to you. I would like us to see if we can approach this interpretation in a different or an additional way. In addition to what you all are doing, I would like to suggest an additional way. We want to free up the Calypsonians.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to be saying how their song not good, how they could be fit up, what they could add to it. No. It gives an impression that they are incomplete in their work and so. The 12 who have come to the quarters, we welcome them. You see, we've lost the ceremony. We've lost the sensibility.
Mm-hmm.
So we're more into judging, Kali. We're more into judging and making judgment and saying whose is good and whose is not good. At the quarterfinal stage, it doesn't make sense. The guys have just started. I could listen to Sunday's song and like the beat. I like the way she plays with it, the idea of the cock and what it means. I could listen to Parise and get a sense, but all of them are beautiful to me.
Mm-hmm.
But what I notice people do is say, oh, what is lacking? They are just coming in. We can make recommendations, we can make suggestions, all of them are good. When I listen to Liberator song, to be honest with you, I hear a healing song. I hear a nice song with a good bounce. If you change a couple of the lyrics, you can give it to the Ministry of Health. Mind your business. That is good health practice.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of stuff we have to allow. All I would suggest is at this stage, just allow all the calypsos to flow and see the beauty in them. I don't know if that is that makes sense.
It does, Stein. It's okay. I agree too.
I mean, you can always agree to agree with me, you know. You know what I mean? But then let us lift all of them up. Yes, we have things other than that to talk about as to whether they lacking, whether they put on music, whether the lyrics are bad. Let us lift them up. We can critique them, yes, but all of them are good.
Point taken, Stein.
If we present it like that, then I think we will have a fair movement forward. Gentlemen, thank you. I have a flu, so I can't talk too much.
Okay, my brother. Get well soon. Thank you. God bless. The girls?
Well, I son give his opinion, and I applaud him for that. I appreciate that opinion he did, and I think that is in all fairness, that is what we try to do. I sort of get the angle that is coming from, and again, that is something that we will take on board. But when we started the show, I did in fact congratulate all the Calypsonians, all those who made it thus far. But this point is well taken.
We have a next call on the line. Caller, good morning. Welcome to Calypso Moments. Oh, we lost that caller. Yes, as we quickly wrap up yet another week of Calypso Moments. Next week, we will be back after the Christmas season. Yes, we have a next call on the line. Caller, good morning. Welcome to Calypso Moments.
Yes, I called before. With the Paris song versus the Cock song. Okay, we have clarity with the Cock song. You can say that the Cock song is talking about a project like the cocking of the window and stuff like that, and that's the type of cock she wants. But with the Paris song, we don't know if is she talking in the present tense or the past tense? And if she's talking in the present tense, is she warning the judges to be fair? To be fair, to be true to what they're doing versus the past in the past. So that's why I asked for the explanation from the writer of the song. But the Cock song is straightforward. He's talking about a project and project like, for instance, to caulk the window, to seal the window, using that's the cock she's talking about. Some of them may think she went to a chicken farm and she wants the cock. That's specific cock, So, or she's talking about the champagne bottle cock. Okay, but in the song, the lyrics talks about a project, so we're not confused.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. But we have to wrap up. We're running out of the final comments as we wrap up here today. As we approach Christmas, your final comments.
Yes, well, I am wishing everyone a Merry Christmas and a productive and healthy 2026. Christmas, we must not be carried away by the commercials and the pomp and flare. We must always remember the reason for the season. And these coming few days, it's not too late. I urge each and every one of us to go outside of our comfort zone and show some more empathy and give, not from our abundance, but from the little that we have, to share with the less fortunate and bring smiles on the faces of persons who are looking for something to cheer about. So let us go out there, do our piece, do what it is that we have to do, and let us never lose sight of the reason for the season.
I also want to share my own thoughts and of course, remind people that, as it relates to Christmas, the girl said it quite rightly, and let us give not from the abundance, but from what we have, and let us give it from our heart. I know in our church, there in terms of dry goods, persons can come across and bring some dry goods. We have people in the prison, we have people in the home for the homeless, etc., etc. And we need to always remember them because they are the less fortunate. And we have people out there really, really struggling. And some of us have a lot. And we really need to reach out to those people and give to them and give from our hearts. So also remember to go to a church of your choice. Remember, it's very, very important. Tomorrow is Sunday. Remember to go to a church of your choice and pray. And like I said earlier on, let us also remember Brother Jesse Badwill in our prayers, and his dad who is with him in Trinidad and Tobago, as we continue to pray for his speedy recovery. So let's continue to pray for Brother Jesse Badwill. And I want to take this opportunity to wish management and staff of DBS Radio a Merry Christmas, a bright, prosperous, and spirit-filled 2026, Digals. On that note,
yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Digals.
Yes, even our sponsors cried too. We need to extend best wishes for the Christmas because it takes a lot in these very tough economic times to sponsor such a program. So we need to pray that the good Lord will continue to bless these businessmen who are at the front line in terms of willingly accepting to sponsor our program. So we wish them all the best and a productive year in 2026, business-wise and health-wise as well.
Thank you very much, the girls, and we wish you all the best as you find your way back home. It was a pleasure. Technology is so nice, and see we are hooked up. I'm in studio. You in the next part, and we were able to have our program as usual. So we'll see you a little later. Safe travels. God bless. And on that note, see you next week, Saturday. Carlisle John Baptist, on behalf of the gallery, and Duncan Stowe, who missed us today, saying Merry Christmas.
Some laundry detergents may miss the mark when it comes to adding softness to your loads. But fortunately in Dominica, we've got Ensueno fabric softener. Ensueno is